Alright, should be live. Alright. I'm just gonna get set up. Yeah. I'm just gonna create a new project because this is gonna be completely from scratch. This is the first stream of creating an operating system. It's gonna be based around Cosmos, so it's going to be a C# operating system. Oops, okay. Just do this really quickly. I think I'll just name it NebulaDev. That's an easy name. Hello Applecat, welcome to the stream. I haven't streamed in ages, so this is interesting. Alright, new console. Alright, I will swap over the screen. There we go. Should be all working. Just tell me if like the music's too loud or something. The main reason for me doing this stream is actually just so I can look back at my progress later on. Just pretty cool. Alright, okay, we are in. I think everything is working. Let's see, do we have... We do, okay. Alright, I'll just set up a base sort of project. It's all going to be based around the same namespace, and it's going to have a lot of classes. I'll probably just call this root. And we won't really use arguments because this is going to be run inside of an operating system. I'm pretty sure Cosmos boots from Linux. I could be completely wrong. This C# console project will be ported over to Cosmos once it's complete. We might need to change a few things like the file system and stuff. I don't know though. I'm pretty sure you just have to actually initialize the file system, get it all working, and then it should be alright. Alright. And we can't name our system files under the system named class because obviously that's taken. So we'll have system, we'll have files, and then we'll have an actual root drive which will be created inside of either the running directory. There'll be a config file which will be in the running directory, and then you can kind of change where the initial directory is later on. So we're just gonna just do a console write line. Hello world. We'll return here. We might even make this. Can you make main an int so that we can return a status code? I don't actually know. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, so you can. It just has to be some sort of a void. Let's see, how is this all going? Yeah, it seems to be okay. Alright, awesome. Alright, let's get into it. Inside of files we'll have we might even create, we'll use Json as well, add package newtonsoft.json. I'll have JSON soft JSON using system. I'll add anomalies, converters, and link, yep, and serialization probably. Soft JSON dot serialization. I guess that should be alright. Using system. Derek, okay, namespace, enable always dot files dot JSON. No, not static. Public class, JSON. This will be static. Public. We'll have a type, or we'll have. So you want to take a. We can either do a file or just like a read from a file. Oh, Soccer. I thought you quit YouTube. Yeah, I kind of did. I just kind of wanted to stream so that I can just look back at my progress, I guess. Alright, so public. We'll make it dynamic first. Public static dynamic, and we'll make it nullable in the case that it returns In the case that it returns null, we'll do parse file string path. We'll also have to have path.json as well. This could be in the system. This could be in the system directory as well, because it's more of a system thing, but it's more linked towards files. Did you hear Cash 1 scholarship next year? Oh, that's pretty awesome. Damn, good job. Alright, so you can probably clone all these. Alright, so namespace NebulaOS.files.path. We might even name this path. We'll name stuff path, and then we'll have management, or we could actually just make this a class that branches under. That branches under NebulaOS.files. Public a class path, and then we'll do public static string combine, and then we want I think it's is it from object? I actually don't know. Hang on. Object args for path. I don't use them all that often. Let's see, you can Copilot to help me out here. Oops. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll have to Google it. I'm pretty sure I did it on another project, but C# path. Oh, not path. Sorry. Infinite args. Okay, let's have a look. Infinite args params. That's right. Okay, cool. So params strings path. That's more of what I was looking for. Okay, cool. Slash. We kind of just want to return pasta combined, but I guess that just branches under system, so we don't even need this. But now we know how to combine parameters. String get root path, and then string path. We'll add summaries just so we can kind of, if we can know what a function does. And that helps it, because this is open source. If people want to add stuff, they know what all the functions do. Combine a path with the running directory, with the running programs path, root directory. That kind of makes sense. Combine a path with running programs root directory. Program path combined. Program.root directory, that's not what we're looking for. We want to use app context, I believe. App context dot base directory path. Alright. And we'll use if we're using system.io, we'll have to rename this class. Classes, they can have the same name, but you can only include certain ones at the same time. So yeah, it's doesn't really. It's a bit of an annoying thing. Otherwise, you can just specify the entire path name. So I'm just gonna name this path. And then we can do path.combine here. Alright. System app context. Otherwise, we can also actually make this system.io and just branch under paths, but that's a bit annoying. Alright, so now when we log a, we'll just do return null for now. If we try and get a root path of something, so we'll do using NebulaOS.files. We can just do that, and then we can do paths, get root path, and then hello.txt, and then we do console console.writeLine, and then we log this. It should work. So look, there we are. So this is where the root directory is. So starting from bin, which is right here, and then debug net 6.0, .NET 6.0, and then hello.txt, which obviously doesn't exist. So if we do file.exists, and then we chuck that in, now there we are. This is false. And if we make hello.txt, it should say true. There we are. now that we've created this file in the running directory. This is NebulaOS.exe. Oh yeah, and we also need to initialize a GitHub repository for this as well. I'll quickly do this off camera, so I don't think I'll leak anything, but you know, it's a bit boring. At gmail.com. Alright. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry to be in 10 minutes, damn. Okay, I've already got one here. Okay, Nebula always. Okay, all right, and okay, I'll quickly create the repository. I just signed in Nebula OS Cosmos based operating system. I'll make it public. Doesn't really matter though. Create repository. There we go. Do I even have Git installed? I reset this computer recently. I don't think. Oh no, I do. Okay, cool. All right. I can swap back here. Right at origin. We need to initialize first. Add. I'm just gonna copy and paste these. Failed to push some refs. Airspace does hit upstream. That does the same thing actually. Oh, we didn't even. Initial commit. Git push sit upstream origin. What a master. That should work. Oh, what's happening here? Alright. Off camera debugging time. I keep gonna press stop streaming for some reason. Do we have to add like force this one? Okay, git push origin master force. Okay. GitHub can be annoying sometimes. Still doesn't work. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. It must have just been. There's something wrong. Okay, should be working now. We should have all our files in here. Awesome. Okay. Let me see how the stream is going. I'm just kind of gonna keep making sure in case it stuffs out on me. Turn on live. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, that looks all right. Wait, I wanna see the trippy effect. Come on. Here we go. Look at it. Infinite loop going on. All right. Okay, so. We can just delete this for now. We want to make file, but I don't think I've got. Yeah, I don't have make installed. Make Windows. Make for Windows. There we go. Set up complete packages. Accept sources. Yeah, sorry. Make is just really useful. It just saves time, essentially. Instead of just copy and pasting these same functions over and over. This stream's probably going to mostly be sitting up and booting into the operating system in like an actual, you know, semi-alright environment, I guess. It's, yeah. Alright. A brilliant logo. Cool. There we are. Oh, that was easy. I might have to restart VSCode. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. And Chromium based. So slow. There we are. Let's have a look. What's on in here? think I've got it installed. Make is not recognized. That's an issue. What's this? Is this the same thing? This is it. GNU132 make. What's happening here? You make Windows add to path. Let's have a look. What's happening here? 32 make. It's Windows. I'm so used to. Let's have a look. Maybe it doesn't work. You make Windows. Okay. Oh, you use chocolates here. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a lot easier. Chocolate that I found. Oh, we need to install it. Junior. I swear it's changed a lot. Oh, sorry, they've got a PowerShell script. Okay, see. Go. .txt. Oh my god, okay, alright, okay. Yes, this is not going to plan. Okay, already, I think I was on a downgraded version, whatever. Okay, Choco, I must already have it, something else must have installed for me. I really should have checked that before going through all that. Okay, alright, we're all good now. Choco installed. Access to path. CMD, we'll have to just run it as admin, I think. Oops, oh my god. A bit slower today. Chocolates, like. Will that work? There we go, okay. It might not install instantly. There we go, okay, no, it did. Right, okay, now we can start using make. Yeah, once again, I reset my computer, so everything's tiny bit off. Like even the times very far off. So oh no, it's a tiny bit off. Okay. Dot phony. I mean, I guess we just have run. I should probably got that. Run. Don't need run. I don't know if you want to. We'll have a. Run publish and build, I guess. Builds. That's kind of the same thing as the. Let's do run, which will just run, and that'll be the automatic one. Okay. What do we want to do? Build. We need to turn on a few things. .NET build to single exe. It's like this giant stupid thing, which really should just be like, look, what is this? It's not the right operating system either. Will that actually, if I do make build, will that create a Linux executable? Because if it can, and I can just compile it from a single operating system, that'll be really handy. think it has. Okay, perfect. So we can build for each operating system, just from here. Build Linux, build Windows, build Mac. Is there anything said? Okay. Okay, so now it will create each one. We'll have a build as well. Make-dir build. To make a capital just to suit everything. Linux / Mac OS. Will that work? Let's have a look. Syntax is incorrect. Okay, are we really gonna have to hold / Linux Windows Mac OS? Will that work? Build Linux. What's happening here? This? They're not liking the comments? No, it's something up here. Already exists. Windows, make-dir, ignore if it exists. I really want it to be cross-platform. Yeah, I guess I can just... you know. There. Okay, we'll just do that. It's really not nice. What's happening here, though? Why is it? What's happening? Oh, I added slashes. This is why I just love building on Linux so much more. Oh, wow, you need a space. Really? No, you don't, apparently. Oh, it's because I'm using /. Please don't tell me that's why. Oh, that's gonna be why, isn't it? That's totally gonna be why. Alright, okay, you know what, whatever. It's fine. It's really not fine, but... make-dir build. Create build. Builders for each OS, Linux, Windows, macOS. Wow, I spelled that wrong. Now what's gonna happen? Subdirectory already exists. Okay. Why? It's make file ignore errors of the lines build. Oh, you had a dash. I didn't use make all that much. Okay, so it's created Windows, it's just working on macOS, takes a little bit longer. There we go. Okay, so now it's created them. RM, wait, this doesn't have RM, does it? Oh no, it does, okay. RM, does it have RF? RM-RF? Oh my god, okay, no it doesn't. What about just dash if? Cursive? Oh, okay, alright, whatever. I'll just keep it like that. I was gonna get rid of them, but it's fine. .NET Really clean. Okay, so now when we make, it'll go through a big process building for each operating system. We'll just do armdir. This bin. There we go. Okay, alright. I'm not gonna build it anymore after this. It's alright. Directory is not open. Okay, alright, whatever. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so now when we want to make, it runs our project through run. Slightly slow, but yeah, whatever. It should be faster because it builds the files and stuff. I think that's it. That should be everything. So we've got a base sort of, I guess, setup of some sorts. Seems healthy. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. How long have we been gone? Oh my god, it's almost been 30 minutes. Okay. Let's reload just to get the makefile tools, although we're probably not gonna open it anymore. So now we'll do some file parsing. So we'll try to do string JSON file dot read all text path. We could return. We'll just return null. It'll know if there's an error or not. If it returns null, something bad happened in the process of this. We'll also create a log as well. Public static. We'll do. What should we do? I guess we can log to a specific text file. We'll do system log logging. So yes, just so we can see what happened when there's an error, and we can write that error, or if this was null or whatever, there's something like that. Okay, so name space Nebula OS dot whatever you want to name this. I guess just system. It's kinda risky going for system, but the class isn't gonna be system, so I guess that's okay. Public class logging static void log message. We'll have another public class log type. Actually, that'll be an enum. I guess that'd be I'll do a log area. That's a bit of a better name. So related events, user, debug, file, boot. We'll have everything in the same file, I guess. Well, that's kind of... Yeah, I guess we can actually split it. We'll have a console. Once the operating system's all set up, we'll have a built-in console where you can read previous messages and stuff like that. Login.log, and then we want a log area. And we want a log type as well. Log enum log type. Information here. Or just below fatal. should fix from development fatal serious okay. Log area and log type. And we'll do 2, 1. I just want to see what happens. It's only logging at the moment. It'll do more later on. So we'll do using NebulaOS.system and logging.log hello world system info. If we run this, it will show us our info here. Now if we change that to it will change to like JSON. Change this to an error, whatever. There we go. Hello world. I don't know if we need the time. I think we kind of do though. We'll keep it in there. That's alright. So now we want it to write to the correct file. So we'll do using NebulaOS.files. And we'll do files.cs. Namespace NebulaOS.files. Public static class infile. I'll do OS file, I guess. Public static void write string path read exists delete copy, yeah, whatever. I'll just let it keep going. Actually, I haven't been writing summaries. Write a string to a file. Path content. This is gonna make it have a lot of lines, but it will work. I'll just go this song. I don't know. That one's really, it's too high pitched for me. I don't know. Why it's on the lo-fi thing. Program path, yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Honestly, that's probably all we need. Delete a file, yeah, we'll add that as well. Okay, cool. That's more than enough. How's everything happening over here? 34 minutes. Okay, cool. I've been going for a while now. So now we're gonna do OS file dot write get root path log.txt. Awesome. Console message to the log file, to the system log file. Make it sound kind of formal because it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty important. Type of the message. Your level of the message, the area of the system the message is from, Cool. So each specific class will have a onLog function that will instead of having to fill all of this out, you'll only have to fill in the message, and it will automatically do the type and the area. So you'll have like log error and log info, or log user as well, I guess, if it's there, or if it's being used. So we'll do that for files when we read content from a file or write whatever. Yeah, except when we write, this is going to cause a loop. The reason for that is we're going to write, it's going to go here, it's going to log, which is going to write again. It's going to go over and over. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to file.write all text. Write all text. There we are. Just so we don't get that loop. It's still kind of dangerous doing that. We won't do some other stuff, like we won't do get root path. Nothing like that. We'll just do things like in here, just so we can tell, okay, so it read from that file, oh, but then it got an error, maybe that file doesn't have the right permissions, and then you can read the error as well. So yeah, that'll be pretty useful. So first of all, we'll do here, parse a file Json path now version. Parse file is JSON. This is just going to be another overload. There we go. Cool. So now we're going to have a JSON here. JSON error handler should be. How did I do it last time? I actually don't know. The error that occurred. Log.txt. If we've got like error json.helper.example, an error occurred. If we close and go back into there, log, there we go. So that automatically does, numbers. So if we fetch something like this, we'll have string sender as well. String sender. Sender. And we'll do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we'll do area sender. So now let's give that a go. Formal type. Oh, hang on. Log. Nebula os.root.main. There we go. So now when we go into our bin, we got log.txt, which has this. It's kind of a weird kind of log though. I feel like we kind of need to change it a bit. I feel like what is nicer, like that, so that you can tell where it's coming from. I don't even think we need the area. I don't think the area is a necessity for this. So we'll remove log area. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we don't need it. It's not that important. What's that in here? To 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Oh, hello. What's this? Okay, now if we check it out, I think... Yeah, there we are. That's perfect. A lot nicer to look at, especially with syntax highlighting. You can tell what the area is, hello world in this case, when it was sent, the date, the time, and where it came from. So if you're a developer, or even if you're not, you can understand this. Okay, it came from the root function, the root class. It's the namespace, which you don't really need. So the main, which obviously the root of it, the main part. Oh, and an error. Hello world. So yeah, nice and handy. And it's all wrapped into this simple function, and then each class, once again, will have its own function as well. Oops. Okay, cool. That's alright. That's all good, I think. Just checking out how everything's going. I want some different music. I don't know. Hang on. I'm gonna go off camera for a second. I'll find some better music. Actually, I can just stay on camera. Going to BRB. What's something good? I don't know. I think I'll get striked for all of these though. So yeah, maybe not. Yeah, never mind. Well, not striked, but let's get a warning. It's a bit frustrating. Okay. So let's create our wrapper functions. So public static void log error. Object sender, what is this here? Huh. Error event args. Wow, I haven't heard of this. Error. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, well, we obviously we don't need that. String logging. We need to do using os.system. We don't need any of these. Oh wait, yes we do. Run the JSON file. Never mind. Logging dot log. This needs to be string. Logging.log center error. Okay, that's cool. JSON info handler. Okay. Each file will have its own section of this. It's just a lot easier. It's just so much easier. Warning handler. I'm gonna change it to function. Logic just doesn't really suit it. And we'll chuck this into a... What is this? Region. Oh, it's just like that. No, it wasn't at. Logging. So now we can close that all up. And we've got a whole logging section up the top where we can go, okay, log error, exception E. This we want to make it new else files, JSON and a parse file. Yeah, that's more like it. And we'll do something here. Okay, that is really awesome. So if something goes off, then yeah, I think that's alright. I think that's good. So now if we try to, for example, fetch a file that doesn't exist, it will catch that error and log it instead, and then just return null because obviously it didn't work, instead of halting the entire system, which is a bit annoying. So if we do OS file, we actually need to use JSON here. So files.json. None of these classes except for system are going to be in the root file. The root file, we want it to be the smallest file there. So I'm gonna do JSON dot parse file, and then something that doesn't exist, like that. Let's see. It shouldn't halt the system. Yeah. So, and we'll do console write line, and it should log null. Hopefully. Close and vision. Write line to dot to string. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, that's why. So it was null, and you can't log null. Obviously, it's not good. Okay, so now when we look at log.txt, there are nebulous files.json.parse file. Error could not find file, and then it tells us the file path. It tells us the time. It tells us everything that we need to know. And I think another thing is if we chuck this in logs, does that trigger? Oh, I think it's gonna be log. Yeah, it's gonna be the log extension. System dot log. We'll change it to that, and now it will change to spell log. Okay, cool. There we go. Now we get that beautiful syntax highlighting without having to toggle it on and off. Correct file extension, correct format. Well, the format can change. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. All right. I don't know what else we really want to do with it, like in terms of this. Let's try reading from a file that does exist. So for example, let's try this. Let's try the dependencies. Obviously, we're never going to use that, but let's have a look. Okay, so that's still none. Oh, where we need to do paths dot get root path, and then there we go. Okay, that should work a bit better. There we go. It logs the contents of that file. And let's say we're just gonna want to get the runtime target. Runtime target. It tells us the runtime target, which is, if we key into our dependencies, name, signature, pow, we get all that JSON data inside of C#. It is absolutely brilliant. And if we want to get rid of that annoying error where it's null, we just add a question mark to the end, or what we can do is we can create a dynamic JSON equals and if JSON equals, or sorry, it does not equal null, then that needs to be nullable. Then we do JSON runtime target, and that's not null, so no, it doesn't throw that error. And if we get rid of this, for example, if we just chuck it in here, as you can see, there you go. So yeah, I can grab other stuff. Okay, we just want to get the name. It works basically the same as JavaScript in terms of how it works. Kind of different. Uses dynamic. I don't even know var. I mean, I think you. What is var even a part of? The var clause is a part of system link. Already C# var versus dynamic. I actually want to see what's better. I think dynamic would maybe be a bit nicer. Versus object, yeah, there's also object. I'm gonna stick with dynamic. So it's just a bit easier. Would object even work? Yeah, no, because you'd also have to cast to a class, which we will do. We will create a system path. System will do. We might have like config.cs. Let's create that now. Actually, we should also do star git commit -m v0500. Okay, and then we'll push that. This is going to be the first kind of update sort of thing. Alright, now let's create a change log. Do we want txt? Let's do change log. Here's everything for 0.1. So, oh, that's not what I wanted. I did change log. It's going as YAML. I did change log. Created a system config class. Alright, so we'll do that now. Config.cs using. We switch on collections.generic. We want system namespace os.system public static class os config. Now we want. Do we want like a root config and then an os config? Well, env config. I don't know. I kind of need to figure all that out. We'll do a root config first. Public static. Oh, sorry, for just public string. What do we want here? We want drive class as well. Drive. String. Drive name. Let's name it normal drive name. Make that public. Oh, I made them static. Oops. Gets it. Actually, no. We'll just do equals. It will be initialized as soon as it's up. I think, because we don't want it to be null. A drive path equals public enum drive type probably static equal we want to drive type path name, and we can do that. You want root user root or sub or debug. We'll just have those three for now. What if I static? Oh yeah, okay. Public drive type equals. I guess we will. We'll set all of these to null. Hopefully it doesn't throw an error when we initialize them though. So let's have a look. If we do public drive, because if we do that, then there we go. Okay, so that all works. Awesome. So you have to define all of them. Root path. I think root path we're gonna set to path. We'll make it nullable maybe? Equals undefined. If variable undefined using NebulaOS.files equals parse.getRootPath. Name. But get root path, that's going to change. I think we'll just do this. We won't define that. There we go. Okay. Public list drives. Public string default drive. Two drives won't be able to have the same name as well. Public string drive path. Drive later. I'll do drive. Public drive. There you go. List drive equals new list drive. Drives. Oh, that's gonna be compile time. I think what we do is we initialize them as null, maybe? Root config. List drive. Drive, default drive, drive later. It's kinda, is there a way to avoid this? If anyone knows. Public class C# without each var and function. I think I'm just gonna have to do that. I think I'm just being lazy. Actually, what we can do is we can automatically define each of these. Drives equals new list drives equals we'll do in this has to be a drive. Oh wait, so these need to be string. Equals in undefined. Equals is undefined. Okay. Now this needs to be new drive. This needs to be in oh yes. Okay, cool. default drive is going to be drive 0. Is that compiled? The non-static equals this dot. Ah, okay, that's actually really smart. Default drive is going to be the first one. I guess that's fine. It's just if someone accidentally changes the order, it should be alright. Alright. So now we're going to do root config. Config equals new root config dot. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do file dot, files, always file dot write get config.json, and we'll do json dot serialize config, and we'll create a new file. There's an object JSON. Dynamic JSON. There we go. Okay, that should work. Hopefully. So to write config.json. Trailer sign never use whatever. That's fine. And if we go on here, we have config.json, which is this. Now, another thing that we want to do is when we serialize, we're going to do bool indent. Oh wait, no, that needs to be not that. False. Term name equals int with it. Indent the JSON. Returns serialized JSON. I need to make sure I do that. Returns the JSON object. Returns the JSON object. Okay. Return indent. Actually, no. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So that should be true. There we go. Now, there we go. It indents it. So now it's a bit easier to read. Why is that 0 though? Type is 0. Config. Let's have a look in here. Drive type dot root. Oh, so it's drive type. That's 0. That shouldn't. That isn't right. Default drive string equals OS. That should be public too. Default drive, and we're going to do public drive get root get default drive. Return drive first. X.name equals default drive. Cool. So now it will attempt to find. Say we've got like 3 of them. You have programs, debug. Yeah, cool. Alright. So say we've got all these. Let's shuffle them around a little. If we get the default drive, console right line root config dot wait, no, sorry, config dot get default drive should log a different type. Yeah, Nebula OS System drive. And if we do dot, what are you looking for? A type. Should log the type root. So that's our root directory. And if we change this, I need to really sort this out. Config. If we change this to debug, this will be debug because this is type debug. There we are. So it's fetching the driver with the name, certain name. If we change this to something else, yeah, sequence contains no matching element. So we can either do a try catch. Now we'll return root, I believe. Okay, no, so we are going to have to use a try catch. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to copy our logging section. Firstly, chuck it into files here using the os.system. There we go. Region logging. Actually, I think this is logging type warning. Actually, we don't even need to chuck these in every file. That's stupid anyways, but we don't have to. We're going to chuck it in our logging file. Get rid of this stuff. Get rid of our logging region. And now what we can do is, I think that's it. We're just gonna have changes to logging.log error, and then do the same thing down here, which is a lot easier. How to get current function full name in C#. I want to do that as well. Method base get current method. Also write line method base. Method base is a part of system.reflection. I always do that with Copilot. I ask it, oh, okay, where is this from? Because I don't think there's a way to check out those. There probably is. Hey, it's nice and easy. Okay, so what's that here? In32 dot name. Let's try that. Is that just gonna return main though? Reflected type. I think. Oh yeah, there we go. Nebula is dot full name. Let's have a look at this. Let's just root. Log nebula os dot root dot main. Okay, there we go. And I'll fix that here later as well. Okay, so that I think we can parse. But how are we gonna... No, we're gonna have to log that every time, aren't we? That might be a function we're gonna have to have in everything, maybe. If I do public headache string get function name. Oh, method base. Log method. Can I get current method? How can we get the old one though? Static string. That needs to be nullable, doesn't it? Will that work? If I just do that? There. There. If method equals null. Now we can, I think the declaring type, yeah, but still have to have that. Or method.name. Actually, no, because that won't. There we go. Okay. Makes it a bit easier. Okay, so now it gets the function name. Is any way to shorten that? Public static method base. Get method return stack trace get frame 1. Ooh, stack trace is a part of system.diagnostics.trace using, what's that in here? Is it just system diagnostics? Get method. No overflow for. Possibly a null reference. So if we do this, I don't know if this is a good idea, but method base method equals. And that can be like that. That can be nullable. And then we can remove this. I just want to see. It's probably really, really unstable code. But hey, if it works, it works. Okay, so that's not logging anything now. Oh, I'm not even logging anything. So I'm gonna get rid of this for now. System.func. Get me the. Can I please log the correct thing? There we go. Okay. So what happens if we get 2? Is it gonna crash? Unknown. And if we do 0, it gets the current one. Why is everything zoomed out? Stable. I just want to check. Is reflecting on the stack trace. But am I gonna build? Seriously not. Okay, so define what method called. Why not to? Oh. But sometimes you can go too far. Huh. Yeah, so it uses get frame. Okay, so I think it's fine. I think. Chances are it doesn't really work all the time. If it works once, whatever, it's a good luck charm. So now what we can do is we're going to chuck this into path. Get the function name of the caller. And then we can do that. And using system.diagnostics, they should go away. Using system.diagnostics, what else have we got here? System.reflection, that was the other one. Okay, cool. So reflection and diagnostics. There we go. Okay, we got no errors. What can we get rid of here? We're gonna use the collections.generic. We don't need system. What's even inside of system? Like system dot. Oh shoot, that's that's an issue. See, so now when we type in system, we can't get our actual system. Like the normal system file, we get this. Maybe we should change it to in system. How many things does that stuff up? Let's see. In system. We'll do that. Just so that we can access the actual system class. Even though it's a tiny bit frustrating. It's yeah, we kinda have to do it. It's just we don't have to, but it's always better practice to not duplicate names. And there we are. So now what we can do is we can keep these. Oh, I'm getting a message. What we can do with this is we can get the function name. When we're logging, we're going to have to get. We'll do int frame equals 1. Parent name equals frame. The frame to get the function name from. So it's frame, and we're going to get 2. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 from this. I'm going to check this at the top just so Copilot can recognize it. That's something that Copilot needs. Get function name. That should be 2, I believe. Hopefully. There we go. So now it won't be null either. Alright. Probably gonna wrap up now. Let's just see if this works real quick. We need to return string log equals string format, variable text log, and then return log. And now we're going to log the log essentially. So we'll do logging console.writeLine logging dot log error hello, and we can get rid of our sender because it would get function. Actually no, we do want sender. We don't want sender here though. Error info warning. Okay. Now what's going on here? Cannot convert from void to boolean. Return log. Just in case we want to use it. Doesn't matter all that much. It's just handy if we want to, you know, get the error, catch it. String. Okay. Oops. Don't forget the semicolon. No overload for log error takes to or see. So now we can completely get rid of that, and we can get ourselves this. There we are. So this text right here, it is fetched from the second to current frame. So if we were to try and get a file that doesn't exist, like Json dot parse file, whatever, something that doesn't exist, that was meant to be a string. Now, if we open the log, could not find file, and it tells us where we got it. Files.json.json. We do have that error. That doesn't matter. It's the class. If it might be a different class. Actually, that is a bit of an issue as well, having the same name there. We're gonna just put in front of everything. So that won't make all that much of a change. It's just nice. Also, we need to change where it says file.write alt text. We need to append alt text, and we're done. All right, I think. Is that appending rather than? Huh. Oh, we're not adding a new line. It's actually saying, okay, now it will go onto a new line. I think what we'll do is we'll do this. I'll just clear that. Append. Whoa. File name is, I put that in the wrong spot. Okay. Alright. That's gonna wrap it up now. There we go. Whatever, that's fine. And if we delete the file, does it still work? I believe it does. Yep, there we are. Cool. And yeah, alright. I put that in the wrong spot again. It's meant to be after. Okay, alright. Well, thank you everyone for coming on to the stream, for everyone who did. Yeah, I'm gonna head out now. Thanks for watching. Adios. I don't really have an ending screen. I'm gonna be right back starting soon, and that's about it. Well, anyways, adios everyone. Goodbye. You can watch me fading everything out on here, I just realized. Alright, see ya.